Hi, my name is Dani Wieder, and I am the director of the short film Cool for 5 Seconds by the writer Calamity West. The film is a real-time encounter between two sisters who meet in a diner late at night, but the reunion doesn't go exactly as planned. And I'm here today with my two actors and producers, Katherine Bourne and Mary Tilden.
Thank you for joining us. I have a question about the film. It started as a play first.
Yeah.
Were the actors originally involved with that play before you turned it into a film?
The piece started off as a short play. Katherine and Mary and I had a slot in a theater festival here in Chicago. We had about a 10 to 12 minute slot, and I really liked this play by a Chicago playwright named Calamity West. And when I met Mary and Katherine, I felt like it would be a good fit for them, and I'd wanted to direct it for some time. So it kind of, we came together kind of organically around this project. And I think what makes this play really special is that I didn't know, I knew Mary, but I didn't know Katherine very well. So I actually, Mary and Katherine kind of cast themselves in this play. You know, they read the script and they picked the characters that they responded to the most. And we started our rehearsal process with the characters that they selected. And I think it ended up working out really, really well. And I think that their passion for each character really shows in their performances. So I think it's kind of an unconventional approach, but I'm really happy with the results. And it meant that, you know, each actor had a lot of care and love for the characters that they were exploring.
It's a really good film. Beautifully acted by you two, Mary and Katherine. Dani, I'm looking at your bio here, and you mentioned that, if I'm correct in how this is phrased here, might be your first film. You've done mostly theater productions?
Yeah, it is. It is my first film. I've always been interested in exploring film as a medium, and I had not had the right material, the right opportunity. The bulk of my experience is in theater, kind of like the indie storefront theater in Chicago. So yeah, this is definitely a new medium for me, and it was a kind of a grand experiment to see if I could do it, basically.
Well, how's your first film doing in the festival circuit?
Good. This is actually the very end of our festival run. We've showed at about 20 festivals, and we've won several awards at three or four festivals. So I'm very satisfied. I feel like I learned through being able to attend all these festivals. I feel like I've learned so much about my own work and about the film industry at large. So for me, I felt that it's been a very, it's done exactly what I wanted it to do, which was to teach me about this process and what's out there.
It's a pretty astounding accomplishment for a first film too, is winning all these awards, and, you know, right out the bat. Katherine and Mary, you two were cast in this, and you began in the play version. The chemistry between the two of you is just phenomenal. How was that process with you trying to develop it on the stage, and did you change anything for the film to compensate being a film, because it's two different mediums?
Well, go ahead, Mary. Katherine and I are friends. We were really longtime friends. We met in 2010 when we studied abroad together. And this initially was Katherine's idea to do a scene together for the film or the theater festival. So our chemistry is pretty organic in terms of the fact that, you know, we just are really good buds, and we also are birthday twins. So we have a lot of similar characteristics and like really vibe together in that way. So I would say that helped us a ton. And we both have acted with enough people who we didn't know beforehand that we know how to sort of like navigate building chemistry. But it was really such a gift to sort of be able to like skip that step and just move into character building. Katherine, do you want to add something?
Yeah, just as far as adjusting I guess like our process or performance from theater to film, I didn't feel a big difference actually, because we also worked as producers on the film. And so we were very involved in what the space was going to be like. We really knew how everything was going to go. It's supposed to, sometimes when you're just an actor, you like show up and sit down in your place and do your lines and then leave. And I think, yeah, we originally performed it in such a small, intimate space to begin with that we really didn't need to make many adjustments aside from, we didn't need to cheat out to the audience. But otherwise, I'd say we just gave honest performances, I think.
When you performed this as a play, how many performances did you do for it? I mean, because film, you may be acting it once in a film, but as you know, on film, you're doing many takes and you have to do coverage. But how many performances did the play run?
Was it one or two?
I think it was just one.
Two.
Oh, I think it was one.
Oh,
I'm not sure, but we rehearsed.
No, it was one. There was once.
We'd rehearsed for at least a month. So by the time we performed it, in front of an audience, we'd run it probably over 100 times. And then in preparing for the film, we probably ran it another 100 times. So rehearsal really does make a difference. I think that was something that Dani really did well, was giving the actors time to rehearse. Because, in film, usually you run it once and then you film it. And rehearsal can really deepen the performances. It really helps the actors.
Well, we had a lot of rehearsal because I didn't know there was an option not to. I've only ever directed theater. So I was, like, we're going to have, a month of rehearsal like I would for anything I've ever directed. And we got to set and all the camera crew was like, so are you going to rehearse? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, this doesn't make any sense. So I think that my just natural inclination as a theater maker and my kind of ignorance is what made us rehearse so much. But I'm really happy that we did.
It probably helped in reducing the amount of takes you had to do too, because you guys knew these characters so well.
Yeah, and it allowed me to get a ton of really exciting shots that, we were able to kind of move through our just general coverage really quickly because Katherine and Mary knew this play, backwards and forwards. And so we were able to move into more, specialty shots, storytelling shots very quickly. And so we had a ton of options in editing, which was really, really lovely.
Dani, how long did it take to shoot this film?
We shot it in 2 days, 2 12-hour shoots.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. And what was the location?
It was at a diner in Rogers Park in Chicago, on Chicago's north side. We loved the location. It was a family business. We struck up a fun relationship with the owners. And they let us shoot there. It was really, really generous.
Let people know what you're going to be doing next.
Shot my first feature, which was really exciting. So hopefully that will be on the festival circuit in the next year or so. Features take a long time, so we'll see.
Congratulations.
And then, what?
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then I'll actually be in Milwaukee in the spring shooting another feature that I'm so excited about. We were supposed to shoot it in 2020 and it got pushed, obviously. So I'm going to be in Milwaukee shooting that and I can't wait. So send me all the recommendations on things to do.
Yeah, what are you doing next, Mary?
Okay, so I wrote and directed my first short as director called Rough River Lake, and it's a concept for a feature that I have written. So I'm in post-production for that. We shot it in the pandemic, and hopefully it will be premiering in the coming year at festivals.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Dani, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, well, you know, my art practice is pretty interdisciplinary, so I'm moving kind of back into more of a performance, theater and performance space right now. But I did just finish my first stop motion short, which I'm really excited to share. I made it in my parents' garage in the month of June, so that'll be on its way out of my brain soon. And then yeah, I'm working on some dance and some performance next here in Chicago.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. I hope people seek out your film at our festival, and I know they're going to enjoy it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for showing it.